And then the light would hit me at the front. Oh shit, look at me. That's bright.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't really see my notes with that arm. Could you dim it?
How's that?
Right. Can I use... Hello? Right. You buggered off? Give this a go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are in for an evening of... no. Hello, Birmingham people, breweries, brumsters. Thank you for. Hello everyone, my name is Jack, I'm 17 years old, I have a great interest...
Is this a talk or your Tinder profile?
Oh, still there. Hello, I don't really do this thing, public speaking.
Well, there are going to be pensioners crawling up and down the aisles in a matter of hours, so let's get a move on.
I just don't know how to start it. Give me 20 minutes. I need a little lamp.
That's not a lamp, that's a ghost light.
What's a ghost light?
It's an old Victorian superstition. They used to leave it on stage overnight to keep any ghouls happy when no one was around.
But you still have it now?
Well, it's the original. Found it underneath the stage. Best keep Mr. Jackson happy.
Theatre as old as this. Must be teeming with ghosts.
People have said they've seen things. Women in black in the balcony, Barry upstairs, women running around in bikinis downstairs, not so lucky.
Haunted bikinis. Might take a bit more convincing. Right. Think I'm ready.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Why are you doing this?
Sorry?
Well, this isn't just a presentation, is it? You care.
This summer, the summer of year 13, she novel of British life, my mate Jake called it. We thought it'd be the summer to do it all, because it's never the same after that, is it? It's all student loans, dodgy landlords, and hoping your dog doesn't die was threw away. So all we wanted to do was drink cheap beer and laugh. Well, it never goes quite as planned, does it?
What happened?
My granddad, greatest man in the world, stagger cigars and rum, but even so, everything you could wish for. Well, he had a stroke, and when that happens, everything sort of falls away.
So what are you doing here then?
Well, there was more to that summer than just goodbyes. The gang, the Three Musketeers. Summer doesn't last forever. You see, there's this park. I'm sure you wouldn't know it. Behind the kebab shop. It's facts. I'm not sure you could call it a park. Centre Street's only one still attached. A seesaw missing a ceiling. A bin with more needles in it than a Christmas tree. But we're going up there, three of us. Me, Harry and Jake. Through summer nights and Christmas Eves. So we didn't go to that party. We went to our crap little park.
Good eve, Captain!
Jacob's far too cool to tell anyone. Friend since the age of 4 and kind of the best friend that one day you'd really want to punch. But I loved him. He was staying on to do an apprenticeship in engineering. I think one day he secretly wanted to do something bigger with his life, but he seemed happy enough trying to fix Mrs. Bedham's engine from number 32.
Permission to come aboard, Skipper!
Permission granted.
And then there's Harry Parker. Bit like a dog. She likes being out in the fresh air. But we loved him. It's always been the three of us. Harry was the kind of... well... he's the kind of guy who'd smile when he finds a long chip, and somehow he's going to study law next year. But at that moment, next year didn't matter. None of it did. We were together in a grubby little loft of Birmingham. We were kings.
What is the word for that smell?
What? Kebab house extractor fan?
No. That smell when the sun's going down in summer, but the sky's still light. Like the night's never gonna come.
Someone's feeling sentimental?
Well, boys, today is the day. First day of proper life now.
No, nothing's changing that much.
Well, you boys aren't going to be around much longer.
Don't be stupid.
Well, you won't. You're off London, and Harry's off Sheffield, miles away.
Yeah, we'll both be back.
Yeah, once or twice. But it won't be like this. 17. Now that was the age to be.
Says the boy who just turned 18 2 months ago.
Well, even so, it was all still ahead of us back then.
Don't seem stupid, you prune.
Anyway, we've got 5 more weeks. 5 more weeks of kebabs until you get rid of me.
I just wanted to say, thanks for everything.
Are you dying?
No! Seriously, it's been good.
Yeah, hasn't it?
Afterglow.
What?
The word with the smell of the sky. Afterglow.
Is it?
Don't you know? Just made it up. Sounds right though, doesn't it?
I suppose. Well, here's to the afterglow!
Sorry, you've lost me. Are you doing a talk on your summer holiday?
No. Sort of, but no.
Christ.
That night, things changed. We stayed at the park until the early hours, 2 or 3. When I got home, the house was locked up. Mum was in bed, so crept in. 5 in the morning, the phone rang. I was lying on my bed, awake but unmoving, thinking about it all, being spat out at the end of the system, like you're drowning.
Hello? Hello, is this Miss Sinclair? Yes? Sorry, who's speaking?
This is Kathy from Sunnycroft Care Home.
Oh. Oh gosh. Sorry, it's early. Is everything okay?
I'm calling to inform you I was the nurse looking after your father, Edward Sinclair.
Yes?
I'm sorry it's taken us this long. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Sinclair. But your father passed away in the early hours of the morning.
Christ.
There was no discomfort, Miss Sinclair. He just went.
At what time?
Around 3 AM.
The bloody mobile phone charge.
If it's any comfort, he said he thought that would be the case.
Sting hell.
He left you and your son a box each. Jack, I believe his name was.
Box?
I told us to get a new one. Mum's had this phone charger for years. It's broken now. You have to wrap it around the phone 3 times for it to finally charge, and even then, mostly doesn't. It didn't that night. Ted's phone we needed the most. I don't like to think about it, but there were calls from the nursing home from 2 AM when she finally got it working again. I think he knew it was coming, that he wanted us there. It must be horrible knowing you're about to go. You can't answer the sodding phone. I couldn't pick it up. Not the phone, but the box he left for me. I hated that place. It smelled old and decay, and it was just a waiting room, really. And you went in there once whilst he was there. I walked in, I saw a man being sponged out, a woman asking where Diane was, and then Grandad, propped up in the corner of a room, like a waxwork, posed in position. He lost all use of his left side, you see. Still, he sat there watching the box set of Dad's Army we'd gotten for Christmas. I think he was happy. As happy as he could be. I couldn't face looking him in the eye again. Not whilst he was in that place, you see. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel sorry for me, because I am fine with it, believe me. I've had 18 years to get used to the facts, but I don't know who my dad is. I don't care about that either. It's like being born with an extra head. Not that I know what that is like. What I'm trying to say is, it's always been something I've known, that I don't have one. It was always me and Mum, but there was Grandad. He'd always be waiting by the gate to take me to the canal, or take pictures of me on top of the ball. Every time it changed, he'd break over that gate and place me on top, and then go to A&E with me the time I fell off. I was young at the time, but he was always there. My Grandad. The man who taught me to be against the man I never knew. And I couldn't face it. So, Mum picked up the box. I didn't really know what to expect. A medal perhaps, or a box of old humbugs, but there it is. All that is left of Edward Sinclair. All these pictures, so special to a man, and in that moment, I realised that man, the man I thought I knew so very well, I hadn't even scratched the surface.
So, who was he, this granddad of yours?
I don't know. Still don't know. I'll have to be certain. But all those memories in that box. Grief's a funny old thing. Affects different people in different ways. My mum, she sat and stared at a patch of damp on the wall for days. Like she couldn't quite comprehend it. She had the same Simply Red album playing for 3 days straight. It was unnerving.
What about you, though? All these plans for your summer. What did you do?
Well, there was a letter in that box. Seems old, almost a bit been written years ago. But my granddad never talked about his past. He said the past was a foreign country.
Well, are you going to Sonic open it?
Sorry.
Jack, if you're reading this then, oh, best not, that's a bit morbid. You always ask me to tell you the secrets of my life, the stories that I have and I never did. I don't know if that's the right choice looking back, but now I leave you with my secrets. All the letters, postcards and stories of a man named Edward Sinclair. It probably won't make sense to you at first, but it will, one day. The past is a foreign country, even in Birmingham, but it begins in 1945. I was 19 years old, and there was a sweet shop on the corner of Hurst Street down the road from where I lived. B worked in there. That year I was away. I kept thinking of that sweet shop. Arthur Bingham was B's father, and it was his world, his empire. British sweets for British people, he used to say. It's strange thoughts like that that kept me strong during that year. That strange year. Like it was crippling, breathing it in like soup.
Eddie, look, it's fine, you're home. It's me. B. Remember, that's what you used to call me.
It's different now. Sitting, smell of it.
Well, all the factories have been affected. Still, our youth boys are back, they'll be firing up the engines again.
Clunking and churning.
Have you seen your folks yet?
I just got back from Wall Street. They know that I'm alive. I sent them a letter from Michael James's farm. I've been in the Stafford.
Fresh lead any good?
I don't know.
My dad is in Clem. There's a family waiting for you down at number 36. So what's the story? And so, me and Ernie were thinking at the weekend we were going to go to the cinema.
When do you go?
A month and 6 days. I can't say I'm looking forward to it. Have you found anything else out about your granddad?
You know what I don't understand? Why keep it from us? What secret is so massive that you can't tell your own family? There's always the three of us after Nan died. Me, Mum, and Grandad.
Well, what do you know?
So he lived in this housing thing. The back-to-backs, I think they were called. They're gone now. Demolished. There's one left down her street, but just a museum.
Say it then.
I don't know. I need to know what he meant.
Okay then.
What?
Well, you've got a month.
To do what?
You want to find more about your granddad? Let's do it. If you want to.
Oh, well, if you want to.
Okay then, come on.
What?
Well, if your granddad's giving you nothing else, we'll have to get off our asses. Newspapers. There's got to be loads in the library and all.
Why would it be in the papers?
Dunno. Probably isn't. I just heard it on Who Do You Think You Are and it sounded good.
Blimey, what the hell was that?
Sorry.
Edward, that's from my mother's teapot. She gave that to me.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
What was it?
Edward just had another moment, dear.
Another one.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Well, the whole courtyard thinks he's turning nothing.
Please, not now.
There were 5 of us. Stuart across the courtyard in number 36. We were brothers. Well, of sorts. Not in the blood. But we grew up together in these 4 walls. Because living in this courtyard, it was your world. You'd hear every mouse scurrying into every cranny. When we went to school, we met Pat and David, when Christopher came along just afterwards. All our fathers worked in the same factory, so we lived in the same courtyard that spread for miles. All of us, living together, growing up.
Come on, son. Let's get you back to bed. Everything's going to be okay. It will.
I don't understand. Moore Street Station, the 6 of us lining up, and we were so ready to fight. So ready to make a difference and to change the world. It's like there's a wall in my mind and it won't let me apprehend it all. Everything that has happened. I keep staring out of my bedroom window, staring at number 31 because it's so dark over there. A house that was filled with so much, no candles, no sound from the wireless, nothing. I keep staring out the window, hoping Stuart will come back through the courtyard gate because I don't know. I don't know what happened to the 4 of them. 4 boys fading into the smoke of the battlefield. And then there's me, the coward's retreat, waiting at the back and hoping every day to be home in a dirty old courtyard. But not without the 4 of them. I need to know, where did they go?
Who are you?
Oi, Eddie.
Never seen you
back, I live in number 36.
Back from where? The shop?
No, you wouldn't understand.
Or were you a soldier?
I wouldn't call myself a soldier.
My dad's a soldier. Mum says he'll be back soon. He's off fighting Hitler, blowing his brains out. Bang, 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 bang.
Enough!
I'm going to be a soldier like my dad. I used to go with him, but Mum says I'm too young. I'd show Adolf where to shove it.
Are you Mrs. Nelson's daughter? That
Yes.
explains it.
Nelly, your spam fritters are ready.
All right, Mum. Bye, soldier.
Blooming Nora. Eddie Sinclair, is that you? Do you know him, Mum? Eddie went off to war and you were just a tinder in my stomach, Nelly. In your stomach? Never mind. So you're back then?
Weeks ago.
You've been hiding.
You could say that.
I don't, suppose you know anything of my Harry? No, of course you don't, sorry. So many of you must have been shipped away. Like worker bees. Still, we'll carry on.
I think every courtyard has been damaged from this war. I keep thinking, if I'm considered a lucky one, then how many more people are out there? We sit here, packed in our houses, like bottles in a crate, listening to another courtyard scream through the walls, waiting for Mr. Nelson to come back. Mrs. Roberts' son from opposite a black, empty window. It's like a rumbling underground, a constant churning of pain, day after day after day. Men who would work in the button factory, in the car factory, in the steelworks, all gone. Workstations empty. And there is the silence, the rumbling silence. Can't you hear it?
Eddie Sinclair. Oh, Eddie, look at you. It's been months. We thought the lot of you weren't coming back. Where have you been?
They told us that it was done. It was coming home. I tried to look for Mrs. Grove. I did.
I didn't ask that. I want to know where you've been.
I got off the train and I didn't know what to expect. But it was different. Quiet. I never thought of Birmingham was somewhere quiet. And I realised I hadn't heard from my family for months. I didn't know if they were alive or... We heard stories that Birmingham was being lit during the war. It makes sense. Of course it does. Thousands of people packed into their back-to-back, stretching for miles. I reached the end of the station and I couldn't walk any further, just in case I saw any more destruction.
Oh, Eddie.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Grove.
For what?
I should have looked after him. He just disappeared so quickly.
We thought the same of you.
I was a farm at Stafford.
Crikey, what would have been kinder? We have our hope, Eddie. Always hope.
The rumbling.
Maybe it would have been easier to know who you think you are.
Nothing.
Wow, we've been here for days now.
No.
Maybe it's just time to, I don't know, enjoy the last bit of summer that we've got left. I know you wanted to know more about your granddad, but maybe there's just nothing more to know. Maybe it's just teasing you.
This paper, why is it here?
I just picked up a pile.
But all the others are dated from the 40s.
I think it's getting to you, isn't it? Look, my dad's got some beers in his fridge. We can go to the
No,
pub.
look, this. I've seen it before.
What do you mean?
One of my granddad's photos. It's this photo in the paper.
Who's this then? Your nan?
No, not my nan.
Nope.
I must. I went home, back to the box. We looked back at all my granddad's photos. backpacks from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and on the back of every single one, there was a story. A year after my granddad came back, he went back to the factories, started working again like nothing had ever happened. In 1949, a letter came through to a Mrs. Groves. Her son was never presumed dead, just missing in action. He never said if anything had changed, but she moved out. Apparently, she was replaced by a rather brash family. The Edwards. Coronation Day, all in the courtyards. And then, there's this. 1959. All the picture says is fake.
Did you, hear what we were saying? Your house been on within a year. You're looking for my mother out of the chair.
Well, you'll have no choice.
You can demolish your own with her.
Excuse me, girl. That bag is much too nice for your sort. Come on, let me have a look. Let me have a look.
Yeah, up with her!
It's okay, they're gone now.
30 years since my parents were on. But pigs cannot leave a woman alone. I don't need another trench coat to help.
You see? Keep your distance. You've heard the stories.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm only saying what my old man tells me.
That's the problem.
Where are you going now?
Go and check if that girl is okay.
I thought you were coming to Tavern. Not anymore.
Babe,
That's the name on the photo.
look, Grandad never mentioned her.
Not once. It's strange. You think there's nothing you don't know about that man? I still just don't understand.
Jack, listen,
What is it?
it's a week. A week today we leave.
Oh, I haven't even thought about it.
Do you think tonight we could just sit here all night and watch it get light, you know? 3 AM with the sun coming up. Proper summer stuff.
What do you mean? Together?
Christ, Jack, don't make me
Oh, no, I'm not going to.
Good.
Do you want Harry or Jake to fetch us a kebab?
No.
Nina.
I know. It all just starts to disappear, doesn't it? Spend all this time thinking about going, moving on. I don't want to.
We have to though, don't we? You know, every night I sit here and think how little I actually want to go, but we have to. Like, it's too late to turn back.
It's the tap water I miss.
Wait till tomorrow. I don't know. Might change your mind.
Yeah. Hello. What do you want? I just wanted to check if you were okay. You seemed in a bit of a rut back there.
A rut? Is that what you want to call it? Every day getting the same treatment from your trench coats. Think you could spit in my feet from your high and mighty towers?
I'm not a trench coat, as you put it. Look, I just wanted to check if you were okay.
Believe me, I've known it much worse.
Right, well, I just wanted to check.
What's your name?
I'm Edwards. Eddie. Call me Eddie.
Edward.
Oh, yeah. I'm Eddie.
Faye.
Hey, what a beautiful name.
Well, I think you spit on the nose. Still traditional parents.
So, Faye, where are you heading?
Back to Smelly. I work in the tailor's now. Looks like you might need your things. French coat.
Well, some tears are worth it. Listen, before you go back to Smethy, would you like to go for a drink?
A drink with you? No, not tonight. I've got work in the morning.
I see. Have a safe journey.
But next Saturday, I do not.
I suppose things never work out in your head like you imagine them. Like when my stepdad proposed to my mum. He took her to this wildlife sanctuary. She has this thing about sloths, you see. And he hides this ring under the sloth's arm. But when he went to move the arm, snap! Sloth food. He was crying. She was crying. 6 injections later, and he proposed to her in the Greggs in the hospital. Celebrated with a chicken bake. They split it in half. Wasn't warm either. No one really likes chicken bakes. Always go for steak bakes, festive bakes at Christmas. What I meant to say was, this summer was meant to be a big one sitting in the park.
We do that every summer.
Yeah, but it's good though. Ever since his granddad died, we haven't seen him, Harry.
I know.
What's happened to him?
You knew his granddad, Jake. He meant everything to him.
He can't be living in the past this summer.
But he has. Listen, there's 2 days left. I don't want to waste them. He will be here, him and Nina. They said they would.
Times change, I suppose.
Don't get all soppy. Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
I just wanted one more night here. The 3 of us. And our kebab house. Maybe even see that stray cat as well. Did you know that sloths are considered the stupidest animal on the planet? So God help your mum.
Trust me, I've been drinking here for years.
You don't like my lot being around.
Your lot.
We get called all sorts of places like this. Still, carry on. We have to.
We're going in there, we're having a drink, whether they like it or not.
The hell you doing? Listen, I've got a problem with your sort, my customers.
I'm worried I'll dirty their little white hands.
What?
Or I'll cast a spell over their husbands.
Now, don't be ridiculous.
Oh no, sir. This is 1959. I've heard it all. So I really do not care what Barry from Bourneville has to say.
You would just like a drink. I'll get you drinks. Don't go causing any trouble.
Oh, but look at me. I just think quite as many old white person who comes to my house. I'm such a dangerous woman.
That was incredible.
My entire life I've put up with it. Churches closing their doors in case our presence in God's house offends people. Hairdressers closing early as we walk into the doors.
But you were born here.
Because I'm different. Scary.
I think you're beautiful.
Don't be silly.
No, I do. The moment I saw you, I thought you were...
Drinks?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nah.
I'm shocked.
Alright.
Do you know what I hope? I hope one day we can walk the street together, the same way everyone else has for all these years. Times are changing. Birmingham is changing. The bricks of the past are literally being demolished. Buildings as high as the sky are growing to live in. It's a simple life, I think. That's what my parents have promised, you know?
You're right. What? I spent all evening so worried. But I will say this face. You are beautiful. So beautiful. There's two pegs what I for.
Oh my gosh! Right, you two, out! Now!
Come home with me. Tonight? Just so you know, my house is slowly falling apart. What? Don't worry, we'll move out there soon. Time for changing.
I haven't even started yet. I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
No. Feels like there's too much here.
Well, it'll all be leaving you soon, Jack.
This is home. People don't leave forever.
This way.
Blimey, it's a squeeze.
One of the rats.
The what?
Oh, never mind. Probably next door, and you have care. Anyway.
Lovely. Well, this is quaint.
It's rotting, slowly.
Is it safe?
Not according to our MP. Still, nothing better at the moment.
Charmed.
I need to tell you, I keep having this dream and I can't get it out of my head.
What?
Okay, so there's this corridor, white walls and floors and those fluorescent lights, but at the end of it is you. But not like you are now, you're old. And then I realise I'm not standing in this corridor, I'm being wheeled, lying on a bed. I pass you and go to touch base, and when I see my hand, I'm old too. Both of us old. Together. I hold up my hand and you hold it to your cheek, and we just stay there.
Do you want some privacy? I'm going to sleep in the pantry.
No, stay with me.
Okay.
On the first night, I felt safe around.
When I got back 13 long years ago, I had nothing. Nothing. Yes, I recovered and time moves on, but sitting here with you, it feels like there's something. Hope.
Oh.
Hope that it does get better.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. Dreams are weird like that.
What?
But I don't want to wait till there isn't much time left, because we are here, right now, in this moment.
Yeah.
So you schooled this girl then?
Nicer words?
Pulled over and chatting about a dead granddad. Not bad, was
Thank you.
Anyway, what happened about your granddad?
Times changed, eventually. Not as quickly as they would have liked. My granddad was kicked out of his house, against his mother's wishes, but his dad had come to terms with a...
I can fill in the blanks.
in his house.
What happened to the two of them?
Back-to-backs disappearing, demolished, took every day. It wasn't long before Courtyard 36 was gone too. After my granddad's parents died, they left the house to Eddie. Just Eddie, not her. They still lived there though. Lasted until 1966. Not bad innings. After that, everyone was moved into high-rises. No more courtyards. Just filing cabinets stretched into the sky. My granddad and Faith were due to get one too.
Due to?
Well, that was the final mystery. Because there's one thing I never understood. Faith's picture. How was that picture the same one taken by my granddad? And I wish I'd never found out. The day before everyone left, I had to figure it out. I spent all day searching through archives trying to find the article attached to that photo. 20th July 1966. The demolition works begin.
I'm surprised I survived 160 years ago.
I'm surprised I survived 5 years living.
The final Sinclair History Courtyard 36.
Good riddance.
I ran around these houses as a kid. My granddad was the first to own them. He was a carpenter. He turned this empty shell, well, half an empty shell, into a home for us.
Times change, Eddie. Besides, all of us being moved into the blocks. It's the future. Heard what they said, growing from the ground up.
Just said amazing.
Think of those views of Birmingham. Waisley Hills.
Thank God my parents put the deed in our name.
When your dad came round to me eventually.
The old sods can never change their views.
It's a start. Here from the demolition.
Just pulled it apart, under the safe. The sewer pipes were full of rats, but I miss it.
Now, times are changing.
Come on. I'll just meet us at the pub. Footy started.
Okay, it's falling apart. Keys.
Chuck! No. Lifestyle changes. Well, I thought, you know, off to uni, become vegan, healthy body, healthy mind.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong?
Nothing. I figured it out.
Really?
Yep. Figured out who he was. Who they were.
Are you going to tell us?
Nah, not tonight.
Oi, oi, the vessel has done!
Alright. If I, get some corn or something.
I'll skip that.
I think I am. Yeah.
Mystery solved.
I don't know, but I can fill in the blanks, and maybe that is the best way to do it. I need to tell you all, I declined my place at uni.
Oh, wow.
What?
Well, hey, 2-1.
What? You were going to fly? I thought London's where you wanted to be.
Yep, it was. Until you look around, because the world is so much bigger than ever before. And there's so much more to discover about this city and those crap little houses my granddad lived in. I've barely got started.
And we'll always have this. What? Naffield Park.
With the kebab house.
Home. And you still be back soon.
Always.
We'll always have our naff little park waiting for us.
Can you smell that?
The kebab house.
Summer. It's that smell again.
Like concrete cooling.
Afterglow. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Hang on. What happened to her?
A car. Well, at least that's what I pieced together in the obituaries of the newspapers. That's where we saw the photo. 1966, 20th July. Her and Grandad, of course, that's when the demolition started, 1966. Reports of a car incident in the same paper. Tiny article on the side. One person in hospital, critical state. I'd always assumed it would be something so dramatic, the life she led, the abuse she faced. That's it, isn't it? One step too many in the road, an accident. I like to think my granddad left me that photo so I could find out more about her, so she didn't get lost in his memory.
And I thought this was going to be a dull talk about some houses.
I don't think my granddad would ever keep anything from me, but I think it is easier to bury the pain than to talk about it. After all, the past is a foreign country, but tonight I can tell them. A talk on my granddad's, Birmingham's past. About her, those cramped little houses, about the love, the hardships and the whispers of 16 families stacked into a courtyard. Secret no more?
You could make a play about it.
Nah, got no interest in that. But I will tell his story. Their stories. Because if I don't, one day they might all be lost.
You must have loved your granddad a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for chatting to me. It does get lonely in this theatre. I'll make sure that's turned off before the show.
Granddads. I don't know if... nothing. Would you like me to turn that off for you? The ghost light?
If you like. Yeah.
I hope you're here tonight. I hope you're proud of me. I love you, Grandad. Yeah.